Greetings, everyone. Oh my goodness, I've been gone for over a month, and yeah, I just want to share with you what I've been doing for over the last month. So, for one, I went on a tour out of state, back east to Ohio. We have three apartment buildings there, two in Dayton and one in Cincinnati. And so I have some footage to show you from our trip. And then, yeah, I discovered a nightmare purchase. As many of you know, I purchase out of state, and I've been really good these days in these last few years at purchasing properties sight unseen because I do have a team there that was kind of watching over me to make sure I make good purchases. But I tell you, if you're in the business long enough, that's not always going to happen. So I have a nightmare purchase that I want to share with you. But before I get started with my trip and this purchase, let me introduce myself to those that are not familiar with our YouTube channel, with our platform as Strivewealthbuilders, and so on. So let's get started. My name is Detra Harris, and I am the Managing Director for Strive Wealth Builders. We are a business club for real estate investors, also known as AREA. We are located here in the San Francisco Bay Area in Albany, California. Please visit our website if you have not at strivewealthbuilders.com. And also, please join us. There's no membership fee to join. We love to have you. So I'm back here in California. Got back maybe, 3, 4 weeks ago from the East Coast. My husband and I, we decided to drive. Don't say it, please. Yes, it took us 4 days to get there, and it took us 4 days to get back, and we spent 1 week in Ohio. It was a fabulous trip, beautiful scenery, but I tell you, very, very different from California. So I have to say that I've checked that off my bucket list. That will not be happening again. We'll be on the plane next time we visit the sites there. So yeah, let's get into this nightmare purchase. I purchased a property located at on Salem in Dayton. It is 4 units, fourplex, really, really cute design. It's located on a very common street there on Salem, very close to downtown Dayton, and just a beautiful location. So I want to say the location, location, location. We all hear that a lot. It means a lot. So it's a really, really nice location that the property is located in. Now, I want to show you some videos of when we first noticed the property was up for sale. And I talked with my real estate agent, which lives in Dayton, Ohio. I've used her before several times on my other deal, so not really sure what happened with this one, but I won't just throw her under the bus and give you a name, but not good. So we started there. She sent us this great opportunity to say, yeah, it's great. Let's go do a video. As if you've seen some of my videos previously, you know that the first thing I do is a video. I have my real estate agent um, conduct a video. And I'm usually on the Zoom with her, and I'm walking through the building with her as if I'm there at the property. But I've learned some tactics that real estate agents could have with out of state investors that I'll share with you on another video. So this is something new I've learned. They will scam you. It happened to me. Okay, so they sent me the videos, all the pictures. I had my property manager go over there, who was very quiet at the time. And so now when I think back and I talk with my property manager, who didn't disclose a lot of the issues that she saw, but she didn't disclose to me. And she just figured, well, your agent should tell you this, not me. And you wanted to move forward with the deal. So there you are, you have it. So what happened in a very short summary of this, we bought the property sight unseen. When we went to visit the property just over a month ago, it had a lot of deferred maintenance. It had a lot of situations going on that we could not see on the video, we could not see in the pictures. And so now we have a full rehab project. Um, that's it. So yeah, it was a nightmare purchase. I didn't expect to have a full rehab project. So when I arrived in Ohio, I was excited to move in a tenant who had applied for one of our vacant units there at the site, keeping in mind that all of the tenants moved out of the property a month after we bought it, which is a huge red flag. Huge red flag. All of the tenants moved out of the property. Once we visit the property, we talked to one of the tenants that we actually moved in after we purchased the property right away. He lives in Dayton, and he had contact with some of those tenants that moved out of the property, and he gave us a really unique story of the seller that sold us the property had some type of deal with all of the tenants in the building who happened to go to the same church, and they all moved out at the same time. I have a huge story to tell you behind this, but I don't even know where to start with this. It was just like one incident to the next, and it's very problematic. But the good news about this is that we are located on a very well known street, very close to downtown. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of gentrification is going on in this area. So we know there's pros and cons to gentrification, and that's a whole nother separate video that I'd like to bring out as well and release at a later date. Nonetheless, the property is the location is experiencing gentrification, which means that once we do rehab the property, we'll be able to increase our rents. It is market rate housing, although we will keep our rents below market rate because that's just our model for affordable housing. Nonetheless, we will be able to increase our value and also increase our rents and our cash flow. So that's the positive about this. The negative is that I purchased a property sight unseen, and that's what scares a lot of people to invest out of state. And I get it, but if you want to be in this business, you're going to have to roll with it too. You're not, everything is not going to happen according to plan, but what you have to do is have a backup plan, have plan B and plan C so you can move forward. It's still a good buy, but it's going to set us back because now we need to rehab the projects. I decided that I didn't want to rent any of the units out at this point because it is our model that if I don't want to live in the unit, I don't want anyone else to live in the unit as well. So we have to do some work to this property, and that's what we'll do. And then we're anticipating to get through a rehab in the next 6 months, so then we can rent all of the units out once again, and then the cash flow will start up again. So that's my little spill on the nightmare purchase. But what I want to do is show you some of the good things that happened on our trip and some footage of that. Two of our apartment buildings, lovely. We bought those sight unseen, and they're lovely apartment buildings, well maintained. Our vendors, our landscaping vendors, wonderful. We love Green Acres. I'll give them a shout out. Green Acres Landscaping in Dayton is just awesome.
That's
Whew.
this
Good
property
morning.
is theirs here.
Yes, this is the other property. All right, we've been traveling for like 5 days. We're here in Dayton, Ohio, at one of our properties. Um, and you see Greg with my husband. So we're just so happy to be here. We had safe travels. We traveled through 8 states, and now we're here in Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. And we also have some property in Cincinnati. We're going to be traveling there. So this is part 2 of my property tour site visit. It's very important to come and see your property. So we are traveling now from California to visit our out-of-state properties. Because of COVID, we haven't been able to get here, and so I am just on a high right now, because we're able to finally get here after 2 years. So yeah, so stay tuned because we're going to be filming a lot since we're here. All right, see you soon.
Our properties look great. They're well maintained. They're very professional. So I was able to also put my touches on the buildings, and in the lobby ways, and we changed out some of the finishes. And so it was just a great trip. I was able to talk with our tenants, and mingle with them, and I also was able to meet some of the neighbors and have some fun too. So definitely it is very important if you have property out of state to visit those properties. Now we had COVID, so I haven't been able to get back east for over 2 years. So I haven't been to our properties in over 2 years. So it was definitely needed for us to get back there. But no nightmares on the other two apartment buildings, well maintained, tenants are great, beautiful property. And then our one nightmare property on Salem, but that's only going to be a nightmare for about 6 months, and then we'll be back in the swing of things. So I hope to see you in my next video, and don't hesitate to reach out to us. Please join strivewealthbuilders.com. We're in Albany, California. Our phone number 510-833-2154.
This is just before I go in. I was just mentioning this stonework is lovely. I really love this stonework. We had some work to do around the door area. We took off and put on some new locks not a few months ago, and we still have some more work to get done there. But I love this brick. I just love brick. It's a nice little area for the residents to sit out front too here. One of my favorites. One of my favorite properties here. So we're gonna go inside.
Give us a call. Talk to us. We'd love to talk with you too. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.